Hello, I'm Alicia. I want to talk a little bit about proportions and measuring, and you know how in a cartoon you'll always see the artist cartoon character with their thumb out and trying to measure, or well, they stick their thumb out over past it and it's kind of like a funny thing. Well, that actually does something, although I don't ever use my thumb. What I usually like to do is I'll have two pencils or two charcoal pencils, pens, maybe a little pocket ruler. You can get like a little tiny 6-inch ruler and or even less than that and carry it in your pocket, and then that way you already have your marks ticked off for you. When you're drawing something, and you're not going to do this for really quick sketches, but for longer ones where you can sit there for a while, usually maybe start with buildings if you don't have a paid model or a tree or any kind of object, even a water bottle, you can measure so you can actually gauge the proportions. And then eventually you'll be able to eyeball it and you won't need to use it as much, and your quick sketches will look a lot better. So you take your measuring object. So I'm going to use my pen. Stick your arm out, straight out to whatever you're looking at. So I'm going to actually use my face. I'm not going to draw my face. I'm just going to show you. I would find something that is not as big as my face. So either, like say the frame of my glasses, I could do that. Oh, I can't even see what I'm doing. But I'm just going to do my nose because I can actually see that. So I take the tip of my measuring tool, stick my arm straight out, and I run my thumb down until I get to the bottom of my nose. It's really hard because I can't even look at my drawing tool while I show you this. So then I see how many of my noses my head would be. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, a little more than 4 noses high. So, but then you have to do it side to side so you can get the width. But this is really hard because I can't see my face in the thing anymore. So anyway, 1, 2, a little less than 3, we'll say. And if that's wrong, you know what, this is just to give you an idea. Don't give me a hard time. Deal with it. So then this is why I usually have two or a separate instrument to measure with, because you're gonna have to do the same thing on your paper. So is it 4, a little more than 4 high and a little more than, or a little under 3? It's okay. So say if I use charcoal pencil or something, what I was talking about with the ticks, what I do is but instead of having to remeasure my nose length whenever I go back and forth, I would make a little tick on my pencil, on my extra pencil, the measuring pencil. So then I'd automatically know where to put my thumb, and it blocks out everything underneath to stop from distracting me. But then my measurement's there, and then I even go so far as to mark halfway through and then a quarter through. So I already have a halfway mark tick on there, and then I have a quarter of a mark tick. Some people would call that lazy. I call it efficient. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why bother measuring all that more than once? So then to transfer your measurements, you want to have breathing room on your paper. So I don't know if you can see that, but here's what you do. You would do this in maybe a lighter pen, a lighter pencil, something, a lighter hand even, just kind of make a little tick. And that's your frame. So then from here to here, you need to find something on your pencil, or you need to find the measurement that would be 4. So I'm going to just use the cap because that's convenient. And let's see. So there's 1, 2, 3, and it's a little under 4. And I think it was a little over 4 and under 3. It's a little too long. It's not quite so then I would take it and do the clip. And then if I had both my hands free, I would make a little tick wherever that line is on my paper, so I would have a more accurate measure. Okay, so anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little over 4, and let's see, 1, 2. It's a little more than 3, so I would come back and I'd move one of my side lines in to make it that measurement. So that's as wide as I want to go and as tall as I want to go, because it's not always going to fit perfectly wherever you make your frame. You're going to have to adjust it. So then, like I said, I would put those lines on my paper, in a lighter medium, just so I could erase them later and they won't show up on my original or my finished drawing. You'd measure everything. So say I want to know how far it is from my hairline, say my eyebrow. I don't remember what, let's see, we did my nose. See, this is why I would always already have my marks on my pen, because, or like the little ruler, you'd know exactly where and you wouldn't have to remeasure the nose. So let's see, from my eyebrow to my hairline, that's what, 3/4? We'll go with this. So let's just say I made it 4. Alright, see? Bam. That would be my marks. So whenever it's, what I say, it was like 3/4. Let's see. So my hair swooped this way, right? I don't know. So anyway, I would put my head in there. But let's say I had like a giant freckle right there. But then you could measure it and see how far in from my ear that would be. You know? And then you could translate that onto the paper. I don't know. Here's the other thing I want to show you about your tool for measuring. So if I was looking like this, obviously you're not going to draw my face straight up and down. So you can take it and you'd find the angle of my face. And this is why another reason I like to have an extra pencil and not just the pencil I'm using. So I would usually actually be using my right hand to be doing this. So then you would take it and you'd find the angle of my nose. And then you could take that and lay that on your paper or get it close to your paper, and unless you move your hand, and then you're kind of messed, you got to do it again. But and then you can draw the line, and then you would do the same thing for the horizontal axis. That is your brow line. And then you would transfer that. Or you'd have the correct angle, so you know what you're doing a little bit. And then you can also take that and find the same for your mouth or anything. I have this little lamp here with a bendable arm. I don't know if you can see it. But if I wanted to draw this, you know, I would have to measure. Okay, this is going to be backwards. But I didn't measure that angle to get it correct. I'm just going to load this up, and then if you guys have questions, feel free to ask me to clarify something, because I'm sure I'll need to. If you're going to use the measuring technique, try to make it easy on yourself. Do something that has clear, defined edges, like a water bottle, because it has those ridges in it. And it's definitely separated. You know, the sections of the water bottle are separated. I don't know, do what you want. I don't care. I'm just saying, make it easy on yourself, because you don't want to set yourself to fail or feel frustrated, and it's just practice. You know, you have to figure it out before you can really go crazy with it. But I would just say do something really simple. Do a lamp, or I said a water bottle, just to get the feel of it, just to be like, hey, how's it going? My name's Alicia. You're a water bottle. And measuring techniques. Let's get to know each other. Alright. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button below and remember to subscribe.